Hello, my little fish. Welcome back to Calypso's Cove, where the magic is our message. It is your mistress of magic, BlkAfroditee, here again with another pick a card. Thank you to everybody for stopping in to this beautiful temple where we raise the divine feminine frequency through the magic of Mama Ocean. Please make sure to check the description box below. Check out our socials, Calypso's Cove 7, Calypso's by Aphrodite, which is the Etsy shop. Can I speak today? And if you feel so called to donate to the channel, there's an option for you to do so down there as well. Today we are going to be doing something really magical, and we're going to be tapping into what your star power is. What are you ignited in? What light shines from you? Star child, star light. I want to see what makes you shine so bright. Okay, so that's what we're about to do. Make sure you take another look at the thumbnail to select your pile. And once you've felt which image is calling out to you, meet me at your pile. Love you. I just wanted to smudge with you guys too before we get started and kind of have a chill sesh. I know that maybe I haven't been as consistent as some of you all might want, but channeling for me comes from such a pure place, and these videos mean so much to me. I put my whole heart and soul into them. And when I come to you guys, I want to come to you clear. I want to come to you level-headed. I want to come to you in the space of being able to give you my highest energy and my best self. Always get behind you too. Always go behind. Sorry if you see some deodorant. I'm just going to smudge everything over here too. You can't see that yet. But yeah, when I do these readings, I want to give you clearing, healing energy. You know, I don't want to be dragging anything into the screen. So I give you my best. Okay? Now, after we've been smudged, let's just take a second to breathe in this beautiful clearing energy. Now, let's go to your pile selection. Bye. Hi, pile number 1. This is for those of you who were drawn to the first image. Let me start by saying that I've already channeled from this image that you guys are very introspective, and that's something about your star power, something about you being able to go within yourself and bring out the light is really powerful, and it's very magnetic. You might be very introverted with your approach to love, to career, to family, but there's something about that introverted energy that's definitely a strong power source. It's borderline very sexy, as in it's very magnetic. It makes people attracted to your aura and to your energy. And people also just want to be around your likeness. They want to feel what it's like to be in your inner world. I'm really channeling that right away. Excuse me, right away. I had to adjust myself. Yeah, something about that introspection is like this beautiful, soft power. Again, you have a really rich inner world, pile number 1. You could have a water sign for your moon placement, or you just have a very watery consciousness, as in you're very deeply introspective and you have a deep imagination that allows you to go beyond worlds that we can see and feel beyond what the average person can feel. You could also have a water sign Mercury. So let me know in the comments section below if you have a water moon or a water Mercury, just the way that you think, being very sensually aware, but at the same time very introverted. Not anything that you're just going to give away. People really have to take the time and want to get to know you and want to understand you for you to unveil such richness to people. So let's get into the cards and see what they have to say. First, I'm going to take a sip. I made myself a smoothie. It's really good and fruity. Okay. So I have been pre-shuffling piles lately. That's just been the vibe. So let's see these first cards for your star power. Ooh, okay. So we have farewell to the moon. Appreciate and enjoy the lunar light and cycles for star power. And then experiments, manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, and arrogance. Almost look like they're the same mermaid because of the hair color, and they're in the same position, yet one is in her power and one has to stand in her power. So to me, they're both in their power. So a part of your star power is being able to accept the light and the dark, especially with this farewell to the moon card. You are deeply able to understand that the world is not black and white. There's not just good, there's not just bad. You don't harp on the negative more than the positive, and you don't harp on the positive more than the negative. You allow yourself deeply to understand the emotional ups and downs that we go through in life, especially with the moon being here. Yet you do not allow yourself to get manipulated. You are very centered in yourself emotionally. You are very aware of what you feel, and that makes you very self-aware. So you have a star power of being very self-aware, very emotionally strong, being able to go with the currents and changes of life, and at the same time avoid experimentation or emotional manipulation, avoid narcissists, avoid gaslighting, avoid being taken advantage of. This is a strong power for you, yet you can still be emotionally available to people. You can understand where people are coming from. You can really respect and honor people's more harsh emotions. Whatever somebody is going through, you have the capacity to forgive, to see the entirety of the situation, to not give energy when energy isn't needed, and to give full force when you need to do so. This Mercury retrograde is already getting to me. I apologize for not being able to speak, but I am a Libra sun sign, and this Mercury retrograde is in Libra, okay? So next, from the Believe in Your Own Magic deck, we have Sundress, Do It For You. Yes, so you have this beautiful star quality of just shining for the sake of shining. You are radiant and creative and very expressive, but not in a loud way, not in a way where you're like yelling over top of people or just kind of doing the most, but you just effortlessly shine. And you don't need a relationship to do this, pile number one. You don't need accolades or flowers. You just honestly are just beautiful. You're just gorgeous. Sundress, do it for you. You've been doing it for you this entire time. I think you've really matured into knowing what looks good on you, how fragrances work for you, how you need to manage your life, how you need to work, how you need to be a friend, how you need to be a daughter or a son or a mother or a father or a wife or a girlfriend or just anything that you do, how to use your creative habits and create something that you can enjoy in your life. You've really been learning how to make your life work for you. And people are really able to recognize this within you because you don't do anything for quote unquote clout. You don't do anything just to get people's attention, but yet nobody can take their eyes off of you because you're just, so effortless with it. Look how she is on this card. She's standing out there in the snow too, in a sundress, not caring, just doing whatever she feels. And I feel like because your inner world is so rich and you just have that star quality of just moving from your heart and doing what you feel is best for you, so many people are drawn to that. And that's why you can be in any weather, in any situation, in any climate, and be yourself regardless and do so from your heart. All right, let's tap into the original Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Okay, so first we have the Four of Wands. So you have the star power of making people fall in love with you. And I channeled this instantly because people are just so drawn to your aura. It's not about looks per se. It's about the way you carry yourself. You make people understand or feel like they're at home or understand where they come from and understand how much pride and how much passion can come from this type of stability that's shown on this card, where you have somebody who's rooting for you and loving you. This is what people feel from you, and this is what you also receive from other people. They want to connect with you and establish something and to have the heart to do that because of your heart. They want to build with you, whether that's a beautiful friendship, a beautiful marriage, a relationship, just a great business connection. Whatever it is, you just give a very stable energy when it comes to your star power and how you attract people. People are very drawn to this aspect of you, and it really creates a vibrant energy of abundance, especially with this yellow here. I'm really channeling vibrant abundance because you're so beautiful, you're so true to yourself. People want to add to that for sure. Okay, then we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So here we are again with vibrant abundance, people wanting to come into your life and give to you, but you have great discernment because of your star power. You don't allow just any knight with the pentacle to walk up to your castle. That's definitely what I'm channeling. You have learned a lot when it comes to love, and you do not allow materialism to kind of cloud your judgment when it comes to dealing with people and having your heart be manipulated through what people want to give you and thinking that if they just give you material, then that's it. You have great discernment on knowing not to just accept those pentacles and making people work a little harder and taking more time when it comes to working for your love and attention. They cannot just do anything under the sun when it comes to dealing with you. This is giving queen, giving very self-aware goddess. Okay, I really feel like that's a strong star power. That's what I just channeled instantly when we first started this reading. Very powerful and magnetic too, because let's be real, we love when people, as a society, we're very drawn to people that are very self-aware. So many people like that and don't even realize it. We're drawn to that sometimes more than we think we're drawn to the bad girl or the bad guy. It's very sexy to know that somebody cares about their self-worth and their self-value, and we want to do anything to be worthy of that person's love sometimes. And that's how a lot of people feel when they're around you from your star power. Okay, next we have the Page of Swords. So you also are very adept at being able to move into new situations. 1111. You definitely know how to speak your mind. You have the star power of being able to have clear cognizance and easily and effortlessly channel information and speak it out loud. You're also very, very intelligent. You could be adept at research, science, linguistics, any type of language, art, just being very, very knowledgeable when it comes to certain things. Again, with Mercury energy, I'm really channeling for you. So you could have some strong aspects with Mercury that makes Mercury very, very heightened for you and give you a lot of intellectual as well as psychic abilities and awareness. So that's something that you effortlessly have. And you are a manifester when it comes to air element, so you can speak things into existence very well. Scripting is very easy for you, it's effortless, and it's something that you could pretty much do without putting any extra intention into it. See, so from the Guardians, Goddesses, and Gods deck, we have Thoth, divine masculine. So Thoth is the god of the moon. He's also Mercury. So again, you have strong connections to Mercury, and that is another aspect, a very strong aspect of your star power. Creativity and knowledge bless your path. Pile number one. You are definitely blessed by the god Thoth. He comes through with a rather androgynous energy as god of the moon, one who wrote the Emerald Tablets, one who taught society math and language. So you really have this power of utilizing rationale and logic in an intuitive, creative way to bring forth new ideas to people around you. And again, with that very rich mind, a lot of moon energy here because he's still a moon god. So you have protection with this, patriarchal energy here, like a paternal figure, masculine energy here. So this would be star power that could come from your paternal line, genetically as well, passed down from male ancestors. So really tap into your male ancestors. I'm also getting throat chakra with his blue eyeshadow, and sacral chakra with the orange, especially the crane representing creativity. So you definitely have a lot of wisdom coming from your sacral and being channeled out through the throat. Very powerful. Okay, so from the Isis deck, we have Stay True and Be in Your Power. Osiris and Isis, Lord and Lady of Divine Authority. And this is what I'm talking about. You really stay true to yourself. Pile number one. You are really in your integrity, and that's a part of your star power. Look at the way she's shining and standing in these colors. Very, very radiant. Again, the gold of the divine masculine, you are wrapped into the protection of that. Also, her head is anointed with another bird, and there's colors of the third eye that she's anointed with as well. So the protection and the power and the radiance of the divine masculine helps heighten your ability to channel information through your crown chakra, to be aware of things and to see things as they truly are and not just have false perception through the third eye. And that's a part of your star power. And since Osiris and Isis are presented on this card, Lord and Lady of Divine Authority, that means that both the left and right hemispheres of your brain are fully working and are in balance and give you beautiful integrity. So for your elemental mudras, we have the element of fire and the sacral chakra. So with the element of fire, we have assertion. You know how to softly assert yourself. Activation, energizing, and vitality. The element of fire. My inner fire is vibrant and alive, and that's that rich inner world that people get to experience. There's a blaze within you, a creative spark that's a part of your star power that's really gorgeous. And then we have the sacral chakra. So I really channeled that from the Thoth card too. Strong sacral energy, fluidity. Number 13, which is an example of the divine feminine. So you having that beautiful balance. It's just manifesting right here with fire and water, which is divine masculine, divine feminine, having perfect union, being comfortable in your skin. All right, fluidity, inner refreshment, emotional ease, and nourishment. I deeply felt this about you. So, this would also be the element of water. And this says, gentle waves of ease flow through my body and mind. That's definitely you, pile number one. That's a part of your star power. Just being able to go with the flow, to accept things, but at the same time have this creative spark, knowing yourself and being aware. Very powerful and magnetic, definitely. And the last card from the African Goddess Oracle deck, let's look, is Mokumbu, Soul Forgiveness. Yes, so you absolutely know how to let things go and you know how to keep blooming even when the worst happens. And that's a strong part of your star power. So this will conclude your reading, pile number one, on what your star power is and how you are shining. I deeply hope this resonated with you and that you enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section down below and give this a big thumbs up. Ancestors, spirits, and spirit guides of those drawn to pile number one, I want to say thank you for sharing your energy and your starlight with me. Ashe, and so it is. Be blessed. Hi, pile number two. This is for you who are drawn to the second image on the thumbnail. You guys are very expressive. You are like a bursting meteor shower with your star power. You're like this creative, bubbly, joyful burst of light. Very beautiful. It's really kind of like tapping into your galactic body for a second. Some of you might be Montuncan, some of you might be Pleiadian, or feeling connected to those energies. Even Orion, with being from Orion's belt. Let me know if that resonates with you. That was just like a really fast insight that I got from how quick you move, how vibrant you are, how fun you really are, even if you don't show other people this all the time. This might be something that you're a bit more reserved with, but yet it's still there and you still shine so brightly, pile number two. You just have like this really beautiful, bubbly personality. And sometimes I feel like it takes people off guard because they don't expect you to be as open and magnetic as you are and dynamic. And they're like, whoa, like pile number two. And you're just like, I'm just being me. I'm just a vibe. Let me take a sip of my smoothie. Ooh. Okay. So let's get into the cards and see what your star power is beyond just being this beautiful, bubbling force of nature. We're starting with the oracles of the mermaids. We have Iramaya, Wonder Voyage, Crossing Deep Waters, Pilgrimage of the Soul. There we go. So you are not afraid to speak your truth, 222. You are not afraid to cry, to shout, to yell, to get it out, to express your emotions. Like I said, you are very expressive. This is a part of your star power because you're not going to allow yourself to be trapped. You are going to get it out if you need to get it out by any means necessary. And of course, I know you don't go out your way to hurt people or to make people feel bad or to take advantage of anything that's going on with somebody else. But you just really allow yourself to delve in to the height of your emotions and really like allow yourself to feel what you need to feel. And that in itself is just so powerful. Pile number two, because you are crossing those deep waters, right? The subconscious, you're doing that consistently with the way that you express your emotions. You're not afraid to take the waters less treaded, okay? You allow yourself to go just as deep as you need to go in order to heal, in order to understand and feel and purge. It's just kind of like, I'm me and I am going to be who I'm going to be. That's how I feel. Maybe you really had to fight for yourself too, to a certain extent. Pile number one, or excuse me, pile number two, you might have some energy in pile number one. But, just holding on to the fact that you are strong enough to transmute your own energy. That's another part of your star power. Like, you're deeply, deeply powerful enough to heal yourself. You are your own healer. You are your own therapist, your own psychic. And anything that you do outside of yourself is just merely a helpful tool, because we need help in this life no matter what. We need support, we need guidance, we need people to be there for us. And you can't do things alone, but you certainly can heal your own self, be your own guru, be your own light and your own leader. That's you, pile number two. Especially with this, like, you give yourself the healing that you need. You go through your own voyage. So next we have telepathy, nonverbal communication, energetic pulses, mind reading. So boom, you're a telepath. That's a part of your star power. You know what other people are thinking. With this heart here, this lets me know that it definitely comes from the heart center. So from the heart chakra, you have been blessed. Gift of air. The heart chakra is ruled by the air element. You have been blessed with the ability of telepathy. You know how these people are thinking out here. You might be told sometimes, you literally just read my mind. And that might happen to you often. People, like, might be prepared to call you, and then you just know to call them, and they're like, whoa, I was just gonna call you. That's so crazy. Or you pick something out for somebody and they're like, how did you know I wanted that? And you're like, I just knew. Or you do something before somebody says something and they're like, dang, I was just about to ask you to do that. You have the ability to really deeply connect with people around you, to the point that it is telepathy. This is a divine gift that you have, your star power, and how people kind of recognize you too, because they recognize you as somebody who's really real and transformative and open-hearted, as well as just very receptive. It's like you're like here eye to eye with people. And that's another thing too, your eyes, because I'm really drawn to my own eyes looking at this. There's something about your eyes, pile number two, where people are just like, whew, I can barely look in pile number two's eyes, because they might unveil all of their truth to you. And no secrets over here, okay? No stones left unturned. With you, pile number two, you're going to get the truth out of people. You're going to get those deep waters out of people. That's part of your soul power. You're like, sweetie, I can read your mind and I know the truth, and you're not judging either, because it's coming from the heart. You're not judging people. You're just highly aware, highly intuitive, and highly, highly telepathic. As well as, again, just really raw and emotionally deep, and just like, I feel what I feel and I am who I am, and I'm not afraid to deal with myself and understand myself. Definitely giving some Scorpio vibes here, maybe a little Capricorn, Aquarius, let me know. It's really giving fix. It's giving fixed energy. Could be a Taurus, could be a Leo too. Fix, even Cap, because sometimes Capricorn to me comes off a little bit like a fixed sign, or Sagittarius. So let me know in the comment section below if you have this Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. Okay, so from the Believe in Your Own Magic deck, we have Feather. Think first before you judge. Didn't I just say you just know what people are feeling, but you don't judge them? So you really take the time to process what other people have going on. And especially with this, and it's like a bunch of witches, it's like you are almost like your friends. Y'all are like kind of like a coven, and you attract like other magical people. Not trying to be funny, but you really do. Pile number two. And in this, I feel like people, it becomes like a coven or like a sacred circle, because you guys are just unvulging. Like, people feel like they can tell you their most private, most intimate thoughts. Pile number two, like, They crave to be real with you. They crave to be honest with you. And there's something about your aura where they just feel like they can just get it out and just say what it is that they think and say what it is that they feel to you. There's no filter. And this is like a star power because you could control people with this if you wanted to. You could emotionally manipulate or do whatever, but you don't, because you're just coming from such a pure place that you do not do that to other people. You really move from the heart and you move with love deeply. And you do think before you say anything to anybody, because you know you have that ability. You have like this great power within you, and you don't allow yourself to manipulate others with that. It's kind of giving like healer too at the same time, like almost like a wounded healer, Chiron type of energy. So you have a very strong Chiron aspect, like a Chiron in Sagittarius or Scorpio. So let me know what you have. Okay. We're going to hop into the original right away. Okay. So first we have the Fool. Then we have the Hermit. Put these right here. Then we have the King of Swords in reverse. And then the Three of Swords upright. Okay. So, you are the ultimate I can be alone queen or king. You don't need to have a plethora of people around you. I feel from these cards that you've been through a lot in the realm of love, pile number 2. But it's taught you so many valuable lessons. With the the King of Swords in reverse, you're very practical, and sometimes you can move a little quickly when it comes to how you perceive situations, but now you've kind of cooled that down, especially from the things that you've learned from heartbreak and spending time in hermit mode with this Hermit card here. You've kind of allowed yourself not to be in like this very intense King of Swords energy, because the King of Swords can be very, very intense. But instead, you wield his energy in a much more soft way, which the Fool card comes into play with that, because you allow yourself to still remain very open and very open-hearted to situations around you and whatever is going on. And instead of like falling into the same patterns of being angry or being vindictive from the things that happened in the past, from what you feel like you know about somebody, you allow yourself to kind of just receive the information as it comes and take the time to process it. And that's a part of your star power, because there's so much information, so much knowing that's at your disposal, and you can use this to prevent any further broken hearts, to make sure you can connect to people in the most true way for you, that's very dynamic and open, and at the same time knowing and wise, and kind of reserve your strength until a time that it's absolutely necessary. Like you have the ability to cuss somebody out or to read somebody for filth, but you don't, pile number 2. You kind of just allow yourself to just kind of understand. And with this Three of Swords, I honestly feel like you even give yourself the right to just experience heartbreak, experience pain, experience ups and downs of love, instead of like getting worked up about it and be like, oh man, this person hurt me. You're just kind of like, that happened. I see that, and I'm gonna take this information, I'm gonna spend a little time with myself, and I'm gonna turn it into healing. I'm gonna turn it into wisdom. I'm gonna turn it into magic. I'm gonna transmute the shit out of this, and I'm gonna be untouchable. That's you, pile number 2. Okay, so from the Guardians, Goddesses, and Gods deck, we have Mermaid of Lumeria Joy. Okay, shout out to my mermaid squad. Shout out to y'all. I told you guys that I channeled your galactic body, so you can definitely be a Pleiadian. You could definitely be Montonkin. These energies have close connections to the Sirius star. You definitely could have come back in the time of Atlantis and just kind of learned a lot when it comes to healing. And that might be why you're a telepath too, because a lot of of people that were reincarnated during the time of Atlantis were very telepathic and very, very psychic and aware. So that might be why you can just read somebody's aura so well. Pile number two. And on top of that, you're moving, like I said, like you have like this beautiful bubbly personality where you're definitely moving from this place of radiant joy, and it's just so like magnetic and healing and just beautiful, you know. Shout out to my mermaid brothers and sisters, I love you guys. Okay, so from the Isis deck, we have Pyramid of Light. Step your vibration deeper into love. Okay, you could also had a past life in Egypt that made you like very psychically and spiritually adept, that you came back as a telepath. This is a part of your star power. You have an extremely high vibration, especially if you were from Lemuria. You know, you spent time there, you spent time in Egypt. You are a very, very wise soul. Pile number two, it's best for people not to play with you, but at the same time, you allow yourself to have experiences and to experience the duality of what it means to be a human. Because at the end of the day, the human experience requires you to learn and to step your vibration up. And I feel like you do so with joy and with love and with deep understanding. Strong with these colors here. And then I'm just already seeing the cards that came out for you for your chakras. You have a strong solar plexus, strong confidence, strong commitment, strong spiritual discipline, and the ability to transform and the ability to carry your own inner wealth. All a part of your star power, baby. I don't know what that was. Okay. So we have two chakras here that are very strong for your chakra star power. So we have the sacral chakra and the solar plexus. We have radiant light and nourishment, clarity, personal power, self-esteem, inner nourishment, breath, and serenity. And this says, my inner light is vibrant, luminous, and alive, and my natural breath flows in calm and nourishing ways. And I feel like these are the best ways to describe your star power. You're nourishing and you're radiant. You're just beautiful, and you create like this sense of, I'm aware of myself and I'm in my integrity. Again, personal power. I have high self-esteem and I nourish myself. I nourish you. I breathe in serenity, and I'm just beautiful and vibrant. That's just gorgeous. Your elemental star power is air with lightness, positivity, playfulness, and lightness. I move through life with lightness and joy. So we have two cards about you really moving with joy and with love. And I feel like that's just such a beautiful star power to have, because even in the midst of heartbreak and pain and all the things that life throws at us, you know how to use joy to get through it. But at the same time, with the mermaid, with the Jeremiah card, you know how to go through that inner journey and deal with what it is that you feel and allow yourself to really feel your feelings. And then the last card from the African Goddess deck, we have Tainat, pleasure, or Tanit, pleasure. Such a beautiful card. So yes, you are wrapped into your pleasure. You know how to have fun. You know how to good time. You know how to make things light and just enjoy it. And that's that bubbly, bright, beautiful personality that I channeled in the beginning of this reading. So this is what your star power is. Pile number two. Let me know if this resonated in the comment section below. Could also be giving some fire sign energy too. Just want to put that out there. Let me know. Or even Taurus. Okay, so ancestors, spirits, and spirit guides of those drawn to pile number two, thank you for sharing your beautiful energy and starlight with me. I honor you. Namaste. And until we meet again, beloveds, bye-bye. Hello, pile number three. This is for those of you drawn to the third image. You guys give Iranian star power, Uranian, I should say. Definitely something that's giving like soft rebellion. You could even like participate in like the e-girl aesthetic. Um, Listen to a lot of Willow Smith or just alternative music in general. I don't know why I channeled like Willow Smith, but she's just like kind of on the vibe that I feel for you guys. You guys could be Aquariuses, Pisces, Geminis, anything that comes off avant-garde, Sagittariuses. You could even be Libras to a certain extent. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Mars, even Mercury, with the way that you think and the way that your star power unveils itself. You definitely could change your hair color a lot, wear a lot of different jewelry and a lot of different clothes. Just be very expressive when it comes to how you feel about animal rights, politics, human rights, social issues, social injustices, etc. Be very, very aware of history and just knowing a lot of information. There's something about you that I feel about that. Also being very in tune with yourself in terms of like how you want to express yourself, but also not really allowing people to see it. You could also be very, very into using music as a form of expression, or any form of art in general. Could be very, very drawn to art, as well as maybe enjoying to read. You could really love reading, writing, anything of the sort. So let's see. We're going to start pre-selected piles. So we're going to start with the Oracle of the Mermaids and see what they have to say. Wow, okay, so Soul Cage, rescue, escape from captivity and restriction. And then we have vulnerability, open your heart, allow yourself to be tender. These cards are like almost the exact same image, but paralleling each other. You could be in a really beautiful twin flame relationship, or just a really strong soulmate union, or one might be coming to you and this is a part of your star power. You have sacred love where you feel like you're escaping captivity, the constraints of life and how you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to act. And you can be vulnerable with this person and you guys uplift and hold each other, the feminine and the masculine. You guys are holding each other. You're there for each other. That's so beautiful, okay? Like, that's a part of who you are as a soul. I'm really experiencing this deep, transformative love to the point where it's your star power. Let me know if this resonates for you in the comment section below. And if it doesn't, this might be a sign for you, pile number 3, that this type of really dynamic, transformative love is coming your way. Wow, that's really beautiful. And this could also be what you do for yourself. You know, you could uplift yourself and protect yourself and allow yourself to know that no matter what you're going through in life, there's always an opportunity for transformation. There's always an opportunity for rescue and for relief and to do again and to try over again and to be vulnerable in your skin. It's definitely a power. So from the Believe in Your Own Magic deck, we have wings. You never needed those wings to fly. So you're very high vibrational. Pile number 3, you uplift yourself. So there's a lot about self-upliftment. You know, there's something about you that I can tell is really different from other people around you. And you have just chosen to treat yourself with so much kindness, so much respect, so much dignity and love, and just lifting yourself out of anything negative that anybody has to say about you or anything that people have thrown at you. You also have strong protection magic for your star power, knowing how to just protect yourself from evil eyes and just bad intentions, what we consider hexes and curses for people's negative thoughts and negative wishes towards you. Like, you lift out of that, you rescue yourself from any bonds or shackles, and you allow yourself to be safe in your own skin. And that could even attract love on the outside of you. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Yeah, I feel like that was like coming out because sometimes you receive a lot of haters. You have a lot of hate around you, pile number 3, because you shine so bright. and you know how to love on yourself. And a lot of people don't like when people know how to love themselves, because there are people still learning how to do that, even well into their 40s, their 50s, their 60s, still trying to learn how to love who they are. And that's a star power for you, pile number 3. You know how to love yourself. So let's get into the original Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Okay, we have 4 cards for you. You're the only pile that received 4. So we have the King of Wands. Actually, no, I think pile number 2 did receive 4. But we have the King of Wands, the High Priestess. Powerful. King of Wands and the High Priestess, I feel, is such a powerful combination. Ooh, we also have the Queen of Cups. And we actually have the Star. Okay. So you have strong intuition and creative abilities. Definitely deep into your divine feminine principle, with being able to be very aware of your emotions and in control of your emotions, and being able to be receptive to others, blessed in all matters of the heart, have strong intuition, be able to understand the in-between and receive messages from different realms and work with your ancestors. You're always naked in your truth with the Star card, very open to who you are, and just very vulnerable again with this nakedness and this truth, and just being so emotionally raw, so psychic, so aware, and just being able to share it. I'm really feeling with this King and Queen here, this could also be the type of masculine that you would attract to for that potential twin flame or soulmate connection, where you just have like a very feminine, receptive energy, and then you get a passionate, romantic, dynamic masculine to come into your life and bless you. And that's really beautiful. But also that could be your own inner divine masculine and divine feminine part of you, very passionate, very creative, love to dress in expressive ways with the King of Wands, but also very emotionally receptive, very open, and just vulnerable and beautiful with the Queen of Cups. I think that's such a beautiful combination. You're also deeply psychic for your star power in multiple ways. So you could have all of the clairs at your disposal, as well as any tools that you like to use. Pile number 3, in terms of connecting with divine. You could also just be a witch in general, or a goddess incarnate. Let me know if that resonates for you in the comment section below. Okay, so from the Goddesses, Guardians, and Gods deck, we have Butterfly Maiden with beautiful change. I love that. And then we have Kadesh, Sexual Wisdom. So this beautiful change in the sexual wisdom could also be connected to this beautiful twin flame soulmate energy I'm channeling for you, where you gain a part of your star power is gaining wisdom through love, through romantic connection, physical connection, tantra. And then the Butterfly Maiden, beautiful change. You know, you're always evolving, especially with the High Priestess card there and the Queen of Cups. Those are like moon feminine symbols. You know, the moon is ever changing. You're always learning new things and channeling and growing, and then you use that inner tantra whether you're in a union or not. You know, you could be single and just kind of like expressing yourself, the tantra of your inner divine masculine and your inner divine feminine in union, which would create sexual wisdom. You know, it's just like that beautiful exchange within yourself creates this dynamic star power. So from Isis, we have Life Restored, Priestess of the Phoenix. So yeah, you really know how to rise from the dead. This reminds me of this Wings card too. You have a lot of wings here, a lot of insect energy, or just air elemental energy, where you know how to be reborn again and grow from your experiences and never be tied down by anything that happens to you. You're able to move forward and move on, and that's really beautiful. So for your chakra star power, we have the straight up throat chakra, purification, sky blue, throat center, 16 petal sky blue lotus flower, space, communication, expansion, discernment, and purification. So those are a part of your star power. You have power in communication, power in expansion, power with discernment, and power with purification. That's really beautiful. That's probably why you're able to have the phoenix as an animal totem, to be reborn. Oh my gosh. Look, it says union, water energy for your star power for element is the water element, and you have the power of union. So, yes, your star power does come from sacred union, power number 3. Let me know if this resonates for you. Love is coming your way through sacred union. Oh my gosh, you glow up through love. So you have intimacy, connection, and balance, the element of water. I allow a greater bond and connection with all to emerge. Yes, this could be with everything. I love that it says all, because you can connect to nature and animals and music and art and food and culture and clothes and hair, and just the list could go on. And I think that's so beautiful because you're in union with everything around you. I love that. So the last card from the African Goddess deck is Nunde, Truth. Look how beautiful this card is. You know, you see your own reflection, pile number 3. You're deeply in your truth, you're living your truth, and you're honoring your truth every single day. And that is your star power. It's gorgeous. So this will conclude your reading. Let me know in the comment section below if this resonated, or give a big thumbs up. Yes. Ancestors, spirits, and spirit guides of those drawn to pile number 3, I honor you and thank you for sharing your star light and your truth with me today. Namaste. And until we meet again, beloveds, bye-bye.